is sponsored by my dog. Just kidding. Welcome to class, everybody. My name's Madison. We're so happy to learn a little bit about ibex today with our friend Beth. And let's just jump in, Beth.
Yeah, jump in. I wonder if does Susan want to put your video on? I'm not sure who's participating in that group. Maybe not.
Or you can keep it off.
What?
Or we can keep it off. We're flexible.
Keep it off. I'm just wondering. All right, well, let's do this, everybody.
Let's just jump right in, right, Tanisha?
Today we are with our special friend, Ibex. Ibex is all about emotional courage, which is something I think that can benefit all of us. From the young to the old, we all need to have emotional courage at some points in our life, if not every day. So let's learn a little bit about emotional courage from Ibex's story. Okay. When an ibex is born, a light shines from high. A shower of stars connects them to the sky.
Wow.
Look at that sweet ibex, baby.
Wow.
Ibex lights the way and shows the world how to grow, to shine with love and let feelings show. They feel so much, what others can't see. They know the world needs more empathy. And if you don't know what the word empathy means, I will tell you. Empathy means understanding and caring about the way that other people feel. Also understanding and caring about the way that you feel. You can have empathy for yourself, and that's very important too.
So true.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they feel hurt when others tell them to stop. They hide their feelings to be something they're not. It's a gift and a struggle to have feelings so deep. So Ibex must learn to find inner peace. They go to a place by a large willow tree to rest and reflect and seek what they need. Ibex wants to look at his willow tree too. I wonder if you have a place that you can go when you're feeling stressed out. It might just be your room. It might be somewhere pretty in nature. It might be somewhere special just that you know about. Maddie and I used to go under her stairs, and that was a pretty special secret hideaway that we could share our feelings.
So fun.
Yeah. So where is a place that you would go to feel at peace and let feelings show? When your feelings are cared for and not set aside, you become like an ibex and shine a light that can guide. So when we care for our own feelings, we become a lot stronger. It takes courage to do that. A new way, a new strong, holding space, holding love, finding what's lost, and rising above. Tell the world that it's time to soften its grip, to feel deeper, love stronger, and to lead like this. Repeat after me. Let these words be a guide to connect to yourself and to shine from inside. All right, so this is going to be a repeat after me. You can just repeat the words, repeat the actions that I'm doing. I feel very deeply.
I feel very deeply.
It's a powerful gift. I'm giving a gift. It's a
powerful gift.
It's a powerful gift.
There is strength inside me.
There is strength inside me.
I bet says there's strength inside him. To guide and uplift.
To guide.
To guide and uplift.
Okay. So I really like those words, if you think about them. Feeling very deeply is a gift. And it actually gives you strength to help others and to uplift others. When you can connect with those feelings instead of pushing them away, avoiding them, pretending they're not there. Yeah, when we can look at our feelings and we can express them, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities for caring for ourselves and others.
Wow.
So, and I forgot to tell all of you this, but if you can get a pillow, that would be great. Or something to squeeze, something that you can squeeze. We're going to practice a little bit of emotional expression.
Yay! I'm ready, Miss Beth.
All right, are you ready, Ibex?
We're ready.
So, sometimes feelings get stuck in our bodies. One good example is anger. Sometimes we don't know what to do with anger. Sometimes it comes out in hurtful ways with hurtful words to other people or ourselves. And it can be really helpful to actually do a physical action that is safe to get that feeling out of your body so it doesn't stay stuck in there and make you feel bad. So let's do that. Let's kind of connect with an angry memory, the angry feelings that might be kind of stuck there. Maybe something happened to you this week, maybe today, that has left you feeling a little bit angry in part of yourself. Maybe we can let that feeling come up right now. Do you have anything you're angry about? Ibex didn't have breakfast yet, so he's feeling angry about that. Okay. I'm feeling angry that I can't see some of my friends, that they're far away today. So I'm gonna let some of this go by squeezing this pillow really tight, really tight. Let that anger out on your pillow. And maybe you wanna punch the pillow, and that's another good thing to do. Let's punch the pillow. Squeeze it again if that feels good. And now I'm gonna imagine that I'm throwing the anger outside of my body. I'm taking it out of my body, the anger, and I'm throwing it away. Thank you for being here, anger. You can come again. Okay.
Very important.
Feel a little lighter. I think Ibex feels lighter too. Okay. Now maybe we can connect with a feeling that makes us feel loving or happy or even excited. And we can also use the pillow to express that feeling. So I'm going to think of somebody I love right now. I'm just going to hug the pillow in kind of a loving way. And I'm going to think about something I'm excited about. And I might hug it in a little bit of a different way. Now I'm going to put the pillow down and take a deep breath. And just notice how my body feels. So that's a good thing, a good choice you can make when you are feeling something like anger. You can use a pillow, you can use a stuffed animal, you can squeeze it, you can kind of get that anger out in that kind of way. Another good idea, although we're not going to do it today, you can get some pieces of paper or a magazine. You can actually rip it up. You can rip up the paper, you can crumple it up, you can throw it away, and that's also a really nice physical way to kind of get some of the anger out of your body. And is anger a bad thing? I wonder, let me see what Ibex thinks. Ibex thinks it's bad, but, oh no, I misheard him. I was gonna have to correct him, but he actually knew the truth. Anger is not bad. Anger is a normal, healthy feeling. And we all feel that way. It's part of being human. What is bad is if we don't give our anger the attention and love it deserves. And if we let it stay stuck inside of us. But feelings come and feelings go. Okay. So, I was gonna do a few exercises with parents and kids, but since I don't think that's what the class is gonna be today, that's totally fine. We're gonna adapt. We're gonna do some relaxation things instead, because that's also part of having emotional courage, right? Being able to handle the big feelings you might have, knowing that they're okay to have, that they'll pass. And when they come up, knowing that you can do something about it to help yourself deal with those feelings. So I want to start by putting a kind thought into your heart. So I'm going to think of a kind thought for someone else, someone that I love. Ibex is going to do that too. He's thinking about his best friend and a kind thought he can give to her. My kind thought is, I'm thinking of my family and wishing that they feel healthy and well and that they experience some joy this week. Okay, I'm gonna think of that thought and I'm gonna put it into my heart space. So imagine that you're moving the thought into your heart. And now I'm gonna take 2 deep breaths, imagining my heart space is filling up with that kind thought. Breathe into your heart, hold it, and then blow out through your mouth. Do that again. Breathing in the kind thought to your heart and blowing out. Now I want you to think of a kind thought for yourself. Maybe it's a thought that you need to hear today. So I'm thinking my thought for today is, it's okay to make mistakes. I'm good enough as I am. What's your thought, Ibex? That's a good one. Ibex's thought is that he is lovable. Okay, maybe you have one of those thoughts, or maybe you have your own thought, and you're gonna put that into your heart space. And you're gonna take a few breaths, breathing the thought into your heart. When you breathe in, your belly expands, your chest expands and gets wider. When you breathe out, that belly balloon deflates and gets smaller. One more deep breath. I wonder how we all feel when we think of kind thoughts for ourselves and for other people. I think that's also part of having empathy, right? Wishing the best for ourselves, wishing the best for others. So now we're gonna play the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 game, which we played yesterday. Maddie has experienced this one. This is a mindfulness exercise where you connect to the present moment, which that's what mindfulness is, connecting on purpose, noticing what's happening right now. Instead of thinking about everything that's gonna happen later today or what happened yesterday, you're focusing on right now. And sometimes we have to do that with our feelings too. We have to focus on the feelings we're having right now. So this is going to engage all of our senses. We're going to start with our eyesight, and you can move around the room, move around your space. You're going to see 5 things that you can see to start, 5 things that you might not have noticed before. So I'm going to look around my room, and I'll let you look around your room. Okay. I noticed some interesting things. I noticed some swirly patterns on my wood floor I might not have seen before. I noticed some yellow flecks in that painting. Now I want you to think to, again, go around your room, and this time you're going to notice 4 things you can feel. 4 things you can feel with your touch. And notice what they feel like. Maybe they're soft, hard, smooth, silky. Ibex is very soft. Okay. Hope you're having fun feeling the different things.
My plant has new leaves and they're much softer.
Soft, oh, the new leaves are softer. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. I noticed that my couch has a rough texture. And Ibex, again, is my favorite thing to feel right now because he's so soft. So now we're going to look at 3 things we can hear. So this is actually, you might not need to move anywhere. You can probably sit right here. It might help to close your eyes so that your ears can turn on a little better. And you're going to listen. If you need to make your own noises because there's not enough to hear, you can do that too. I mostly heard my fan. Now we're going to do 2 things that we can smell. 2 things we can smell. What's that?
This is cough drops.
Oh, lovely. Minty, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Maybe water has a smell.
This apple has a smell.
Oh, nice. The water doesn't have a smell, but when I breathe in, it makes my nose cold, so it feels like it has a smell. And the last thing we're going to do is our taste buds. So if you have something like a mint near you, this could be a great time to pop it in your mouth and taste it, or you can just notice what the inside of your mouth tastes like right now. Oh yeah, perfect opportunity to use those cough drops. You can really put your attention, especially if you have something in your mouth, on what that flavor is like. Now I want you to put your attention on what you're feeling right in this moment. You might be feeling more than one thing. Here are some examples of feeling words that you might be feeling. Proud, angry, confused, shy, surprised, content. That's like a mix of happy and calm. Sad, excited, embarrassed, happy, scared, and worried. So these are all different feelings. These are only some of the feelings, but these are a good sample that you might be feeling. I wonder what you're feeling in this moment. If you can just notice it and be mindful of whatever it is without judgment. Because remember, it's okay if you're feeling mad or sad. Now I want you to put your arms out wide. Reach them up to the sky. Do a little cat stretch up. Putting one arm up a little higher than the other, and then back out and wrap them around yourself. Sometimes people that have a lot of empathy for others, they care a lot about other people, they can have a harder time having that empathy for themselves. They can have a harder time caring about their own needs and their own feelings. And that's really an important thing to do. So just giving yourself a little hug, maybe seeing what feels good. It might feel good to kind of like rub your shoulders. It might feel good to give yourself a really tight hug, maybe a little looser hug. Notice what that feels like. Just move your neck around in whatever way feels good. Sometimes our feelings can get trapped in our body as tension and tightness. And it can feel good to do physical movements to move them out of you. So this will just be a minute where you can do whatever physical movements feel good for you. Turning that empathy inwards towards what you feel and what you need in this moment. Give you another minute or so to do whatever feels good. That might be jump up and down. It might be lay on the ground. Taking 30 more seconds or so. Coming back up to seated slowly when you're ready. Feels good to check in with your own body, with your own needs, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah. I hope that something you can learn from today from me and Ibex is that all feelings are okay. There's no good feelings and bad feelings, which I know might be confusing because I think I learned when I was a kid that there were good feelings and there were bad feelings. Bad feelings, the ones I thought were bad were like anger or sadness. So I learned, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to feel those things. I'm supposed to put them away somewhere. So I pushed them away without really knowing I was doing that. And then they got stuck inside me and they came out in other ways that didn't feel good for me. So now what I'm learning, and what I hope you can learn too, is to create space for all of the feelings, because they're all part of what makes you a beautiful human. And if you can feel bad, you can feel good. If you don't let yourself feel bad at all, it's going to be hard eventually to also feel good. And when I mean bad, you feel bad, the feeling isn't bad in itself, but you might not like it. That's normal. I don't really like feeling sad or angry, but I accept that it's a part of being a full human and a full ibex. So with that, let's just connect with our breath one more time, move inward, see what we can notice we're feeling. We'll take 4 breaths or so with our eyes closed, and then I'm going to ring my mindfulness bell, and I want you to see how long you can hear the bell. When you can't hear the bell anymore, you will open your eyes. Okay, so close your eyes. Maybe put one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart, or whatever feels good to you. Breathing in through your nose. And maybe letting some stress come out through your mouth. Maybe your out breath can be a little longer than your in breath. Now maybe you can notice if something happens between the in and the out breath. Is there a pause that happens that you can notice? All right. Hopefully you feel a little bit more relaxed. You've been able to touch inside of yourself to imagine, to pay attention to what you're feeling. Because there's so many distractions that can keep us from really noticing what we're feeling. Taking a moment to be quiet and mindful can help us figure out what's going on inside, because you matter and your feelings matter. All right. Bye, everyone.
Wow. Tanisha, how do you feel?
I feel much better. I'm so glad I joined in, and it's so funny that this class was right after the authenticity one. We talked about emotional courage, and in the authenticity class, we kind of talked about being brave and like stepping out when you're like feeling a certain way in certain situations. So this is nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for participating. These are lessons for all of us, all ages.
Yeah, I think it's so crazy. Whereas to me, I'm like, I think a lot of people can. There's something really